Beautiful day to wrap up our weekend.
More fog, though.
Yes, more fog.
And last night, I hit the brakes. I was driving home.
Too.
It got mucky, didn't it?
It did. It got very foggy last night.
Across Oxnard, I noticed it was about maybe 10 feet of visibility. They said a quarter mile. I don't think so.
No.
It was a very short quarter mile.
All right, we'll go with your measurements.
All right, a marine layer back in force. Boy, it really changed the temperatures across most areas today. A lot of areas dropping anywhere between 10 and 15 degrees. We can go ahead and look at the maps real quick. There's a clear shot right now, some cloud cover out there, but not a whole lot right this moment. There's your high today. It dropped about 11 degrees from where we were yesterday. The average still above in Santa Barbara, but then look at Santa Maria. Almost right on target, although the low still a little bit warmer, and that's kind of indicative of the marine layer. It acts a little bit like a blanket at night, keeps in the daytime heating just a little bit more, so that's why it was likely to be just a tad bit warmer for the overnight. As far as temperatures, well, right now we're dropping back into the 50s along the central coast, a tad bit warmer along the Santa Barbara south coast down into Ventura County. Inland area is still doing well around Cuyama. Paso Robles, a very nice 69 degrees, almost room temperature there. More fog is expected. Slow clearing, so that means the afternoons might be a little more hazier out there and a little cooler, of course, for all areas as we pull back just a little bit. Go ahead with that cool fog conditions. We do have high pressure holding on across the west, and this is important because a big area of cold air up in the Arctic region is going to drop down into the middle of the country. It's all related to this area of high pressure right here. Now for us, it keeps us high and dry, pretty quiet, but there are a couple of systems out there that will knock on the door by Wednesday and Thursday, and as they push through the area of high pressure, there is a very slight chance we might see the marine layer deepen up, get a little bit more, a little thicker, if you will, and then possibly see some drizzle or even light showers for areas north of Point Conception for the most part. So that would be about Santa Maria up into Northern California. So it looks to be a dry forecast, but things could change as we head toward Wednesday and Thursday with just a very slight chance of maybe a sprinkle or two. Our fog tracker does show that, the precipitation out of the picture, but then you can see the marine layer tomorrow morning. Pretty thick and rich up and down the entire region. It does try to pull back a little bit by the afternoon, but it looks like the central coast might actually hold on to that all day long. And there is that cold air. Right now it's sort of hovering along the upper tier of the country, but it's expected to crash south throughout the week, and it could be a really cold wake up to winter, if you will, across much of the U.S. Overnight 50s turning back into the 70s along the south coast. Beaches along the central coast will likely only get back into the upper 60s tomorrow night, maybe even a few lower 60s. Could be a little on the cool side as you head farther south. Same story there. We'll go ahead with overnight 40s and 50s turning back into the 60s and some lower 70s. Surf out there is expected to build by Tuesday. Thank goodness, because boy, today it was Lake Pacific across the region. Very small. And there's your Veterans Day forecast, looking pretty good for the most part. Just going to keep an eye on that marine layer. All areas expecting to see a little deepening of that marine layer, more cloud cover by Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday before trying to clear out for next weekend, and therefore you can see maybe, just maybe, some drizzle on Thursday and Friday, which of course we'll take because it's anything out of the sky, it's free.
Yeah, we'll take it. All right, thanks for that, Sean. Hollywood celebrities came out in grand style for this year's Governor's Awards. Sarah Haynes has this report from the event's red carpet ceremony.